Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's a pretty big day for me because I just filed my LLC for my phone flipping business. And so with that said, today I'm going to be talking about 3 reasons why you need to be filing an LLC to protect yourself in the phone flipping industry. So with that said, let's get into today's video. Just know before I get into any of this, I'm not an expert. I'm not here to give you advice. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not an accountant or anything. So just keep that in mind. So if you're debating whether or not you should be filing an LLC, most of the 99% of the time, you should just go ahead with it. One, it's only like $99. For me in Arizona, it's about that. It either ranges from between like $50 to like $200-300. It really depends on your state. But with that said, it's pretty cool to have your own business, and having an LLC does have its benefits. So the first reason you should file an LLC, and probably the most important, is simply because it keeps you accountable with the US government. You want to avoid tax evasion, you want to avoid tax fraud, and if you're making a decent amount of money and if you're doing this for an extended period of time, I guarantee you it'll catch up with you. People will start to recognize in terms of your bank that you're making all these deposits and withdrawals, and it's gonna get pretty sketchy. You're probably gonna get like notified from your bank that like you're under suspicious activity, and then the government will start to come after you, and it could just get into something you definitely don't want to get into, and you'll probably lose everything you have gained. So again, just if you're thinking about it, definitely just go through with it. I filed it today simply because I'm going to be going full time with it. So definitely, I obviously want to create a business out of it and scale it. But then LLC is the first step if you want to make this something more than just $100 a week. If you want to make a couple into 6 figures, you definitely want to at least start with an LLC until you get to that point where you're actually getting employees and writing paychecks and stuff like that. Then you want to get into corps and all that. So the second reason, and something you guys should definitely take into consideration, especially because I know a lot of you are in the older ages and you have families, you have houses and stuff like that. Filing an LLC will protect your assets. So let's say you have 10 phones on you and you sold a phone and somebody comes at you that tries to sue you. If you file an LLC, it's kind of like this barrier. So if you own a house and anything else, any of your other assets, it's protected. So with an LLC, it'll protect all those other assets. The only thing they can attack you for is what your current inventory is. So if you only have 3 phones on you, I'm guessing a lot of you don't have 50 plus phones on you at that time. They can only attack those assets. So in an LLC, it's kind of like a protection barrier. That's why I really like it and why I definitely recommend it. It'll protect any other assets you have other than phone flipping. If somebody tries to sue you for something related to phone flipping, they can only sue you for what you have, and that would be your current inventory. So definitely something to take into consideration, because you don't want any of your other money kind of held liable, your house, your family, whatever it may be. It'll definitely protect you long run. So the third reason, something why I pretty much just went through with filing an LLC, is the write-off aspect. For me, I'm going to be going full time with it. So obviously, I want to scale this business, and with that said, I have to have advertising budgets. I have to meet more people. So with that said, I can write off a lot of that stuff. I can write off my internet, because I have to use that to go reach out to people, put out ads and stuff like that. My phone bill I can write off, because that is my advertising platform, because I do use apps like OfferUp, Craigslist, all on my phone. If I get business cards, I can definitely write off those. Anything, there's a lot of things you can write off if you do file an LLC, which is pretty cool. And with LLCs, they have something called a tax pass-through. So whatever you gain from phone flipping, it's not going to be taxed on a corp level. It's going to be taxed through a personal your personal income. It's going to pass through all that corp stuff. And if you do start filing and getting employees and paychecks, then you have to file S corp. Then you have to do new taxes. But all that tax is just going to go on your personal tax income. So with that said, you're not going to have to pay 2 sets of taxes, which is pretty cool. That's why it's called a tax pass-through, because it passes through that other form that you need to fill out, or other forms you need to fill out, and having to pay more tax. So that is a really cool benefit with LLCs, and the fact that you get to write off stuff and you get that tax pass-through. So it's just taxing based on your personal income, and a lot of the times that'll be a less of a percentage than like a corporation tax rate. And it's obviously changing. I was talking to my accountant just earlier this morning, and she was saying there's new rules changing, but I got her advice, so I'm going to be sharing that advice with you guys. I wouldn't be creating this video if I didn't recommend it and I didn't have professional advice. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'm not a professional. I don't give accounting advice, but I did talk to my accountant earlier this morning that helps with taxes and everything. I said, should I go through with this? And she said yes. But one thing she said is you definitely just need to track everything. I'm probably going to be getting QuickBooks to actually track all my every phone that I bought. She said you need to keep track of what you bought the phone for and what you sold it for, and therefore your profit from there on, and as well as your expenses. And for me, yeah, you can file it in just a spreadsheet, and that's what I currently do because I didn't have an LLC before this, but I'll be getting a program like QuickBooks. And if you guys have any advice of other softwares that might be more useful, definitely leave a comment down below. And if you do have an LLC, let me know any advice you may have. Also leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it because obviously I'm new, but I want to take you guys along with the journey for me. So definitely, if you have any comments, concerns, questions, leave them in the comment section down below. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's definitely something I've been learning, and I've done a lot of research over the past couple weeks because I did want to take this to the next step. If you haven't watched my other videos, I've been talking about I'm going to be taking this full time. I'm not going to be taking a job out of college. So I see this as a long-term passion for me. I can really see myself making a lot of money in this if I am able to scale it in the right way. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit that little subscription button down below it. I'd really appreciate the support. And if you're not in that phone flipping Facebook group, it's a second link down below. It's free to join. Just help me answer those 3 questions. When you click request, you just have to answer 3 questions, and then I'll accept you. It doesn't matter what you answer. Just to kind of give me a little bit knowledge about yourself and any questions you may have. So with that said, have a great Tuesday. I hope you guys are hitting your goals, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.